angels, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be making a, what do you call these, a plant holder. I think that's what it is. So I got this mold from Etsy. I will leave the link in the description box down below. It is 8 inches. I think I'm going to double check on that one. And I also got some plaster of Paris. That's what the name of it is. I got that from Amazon. Is it Amazon or Walmart? Someplace that I went to, let's pick it up. What else? You're gonna need some cup, you're gonna need some water, you're gonna need something to mix everything in. So with plaster, it is 2-to-1 ratio. So that's why I have 2 cups of plaster and then 1 cup of water. And then basically what you do is just mix it up. And that's it. So this is the first time using this bowl specifically. So I wanted to test it out how it would work. I do have some jasminite, but I have yet to use it. I'm kind of intimidated. So I was like, instead of using that and totally messed up, and obviously if you ever use jasminite, you know it's very expensive. But plaster, I think this whole container probably like $10 or $8. I'm not sure, but it was really cheap. It's way cheaper than the plaster. So not the plaster, the jasminite. So that's why we're testing this part out first before I go over to something else. So all we're doing right now is just mixing, which I personally feel like if this is the most difficult part, this takes a lot of muscles, it's just hard to mix. That's the thing. I need those electrical blender thingies. I think that would work well. Yeah. I didn't finish pouring in all of the water, so that's what I was doing right there. And now we're mixing until it's nice and smooth, almost like a pancake batter. That's what I would say it would be as. So yeah, mixing. This took me a good minute to mix and get everything nice and crushed. The bottom of it, the water didn't reach all the way down, so I had to keep on like scraping the bottom, bringing it up top, and just like scraping. Yeah, I was tired. After doing all of this, I feel like if I was working all my muscles. Mix. Dun. So now you kind of do see the pancake mixer that I was talking about, but we still do need to keep mixing it. But obviously I was taking a break on and off camera, as everything was included. I think I have a footage of how it's supposed to look. I'm not too sure, but it should be nice and smooth. There should not be any chunkiness or anything like that in it, if that makes sense. So this is the mold. I obviously put elastic around it because the side is open and I don't want anything to leak out. And at the last minute, after I finished mixing the pasta, I was like, you know what? I have some, what do you call these things? Foil? These gold foils that I got from Amazon. Hopefully I can still find it, but if not, I will kind of leave the link down in the description box or something similar. So I decided to just place the foil, the resin foil. It's not really resin foil. I don't know the name of it, but I decided to just place it inside of the mold so that it could stick onto the plaster. I thought that it would look good. I was going to paint it, but I was like, I have these, but I have never used them, so why not use it now? By the way, this set came in a pack of 6 with different colors: green, yellow, purple, orange, like every color. So I decided to go with purple. So since plaster dry very quickly, I was rushing to put back the elastic around the mold so I can start pouring everything down before it starts to harden. And then like there's nothing I can do about it once it hardens. So this is how it looks. And now it's time to just start pouring down the plaster on top. I don't know why nothing is happening in this footage, but I should be pouring it out. It's kind of smooth, but obviously there's a little bit of some chunky stuff in there. Pouring. So once I poured it, obviously this is a 3D mold, so I have to shake it and knock the sides to make sure that the plaster is not just sitting on top, so that you can get everywhere in there instead of it missing a space and then it's not fully completed. So you have to shake it, knock it, rock it. Obviously, I didn't put on the elastic right on it because I was rushing, so the side of it was leaking, so I just added elastic around there really quickly. And another thing, when you're shaking the mold, obviously you're going to see some bubbles start to rise up. That's good. That means that all of the air bubbles is starting to come up top, which that's what you want. You don't want it, the air bubble, to harden and then you have holes in it, just to get it nice and smooth. I hope that makes sense. So while doing this, I started to see that it changed color. It started to go like a, what color is plaster? Like a light green, whatever. So I was like, oh, I have to be quick with this. I have to be shaking, knocking the sides to make sure that everything goes all the way down. You don't want nothing sitting halfway. So yeah. And this is basically it. I just kept on scraping down like all of it to get it in there. It's not for some reason. I didn't measure the mold, so obviously it could definitely use it some more, but it still turned out good. That you see a little bit of space up there, but it's fine. It still turned out pretty good. If I should say so myself, I think it turned out good. So it only took, I think, 3 hours to dry, if I'm not mistaken, but obviously it's plaster. It dried immediately, so boom, bam, wham. I didn't have to wait long for it to see how beautifully it turned out. So that's a good thing. This is basically me just scraping everything out and just placing it on top. You guys get the idea. Bum bum. Alright, so after 3, 4, whatever hours later, it was time to see how it turned out. I was super excited. I was like so excited. I was so impatient with this. I was like, is it done? It should be done. But yeah, I should have kept the sound on this. It kind of was satisfying, but I guess I did not. By the way, this was beyond it was so difficult to get this thing out of the mold. Obviously, there's a hole in the center. So that part, I was just trying to pull on it. I was trying not to rip the mold. But it was so hard to get it out. Finally got it out. There's some extra at the side. I just used my scissors to remove it. Look at how beautiful it looks. And the foil, it kind of do have a shine to it when the light hit it. It looks amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks so good. I'm just using my scissors to clean up the side. And that is it. I can't wait to put the flowers inside. And I'm going to give you guys a closer look. The foil got stuck onto the mold, but you can just wash it out and you're good to go to reuse it. Sorry, that's my heat in the background. So after I made the first one, I end up making a second one. I add in there some pink flakes, and this is how they both turn out. Honestly, it probably took like 15 minutes for it to dry and everything. They both turned out amazing. The second one, I had way too much flakes, so even touching it, the flakes are falling off, but that can simply be fixed. I just went a little too crazy on there, but absolutely love how they turned out and how it shimmers and everything. Like, this has to be one of my favorite molds, and I can't wait to show you guys the other one. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Toodaloo.